Well, good morning fish people, I'm Alan Norris from Fish on TV. It is Wednesday the 29th of May, and as you've seen I've just arrived at the wonderful Halcroft Fishery, and it's for a qualifier for the Fishomania. So there'll be the mightiest of mighty Fishomania today. There always is, isn't there? So really looking forward to this one today here at Halcroft Fishery. It really will depend on the draw, but I'm sure wherever we get drawn, we'll just catch as many fishes as we can and see how we get on. There's Andy May just dipping his nets. There's Jimmy Brooks just dipping his nets. They're all here. They're all here, but I've got here quite early as well. I've come for a breakfast, so Woody should have been here, but he forgot to book day off. Booked his ticket, forgot to book day off. What a muppet. Right, there's no point talking about everything else. I'm going to go get a breakfast. Looking forward to it. Let's hope we get a nice draw. All the lakes in here at Halcroft, there's 100 anglers, and the only person that gets through to the final is the outright winner. You're going to need £200 plus, I would have thought, to win that match. So I've never caught over £200. 199 is the most I've ever caught. But with the fish that you can catch here, I had one at £20 the other week. You just never know, do you? You just never know. So we'll see where we get drawn, and let's see how we get on today. Get in. Peg 6 on reed. There's a word I'm looking for, I forgot what it is, but it rhymes with Frank. Oh well, I'll be honest, Nick Speed has drawn peg 6 out of moat, and I really cannot see past anybody beating him from there. That suits him and his style of fishing right down to the ground, so good luck Nick Speed. So reed 6, not fished reed for a few years, I've only ever fished it twice. I don't really know what to expect. Lee's just basically said so he seemed a bit gutted for me when I drew it, but listen, there's a section to be tried to be won on there, but I think it's peg 28 that's the one that if I was on reed I would have wanted to be on. I'm sure we'll get some fish. I hope we get some fish. You just never know with fishing. Let's see how we get on. Get down to peg and we'll have a look. Right, I'm all ready. Peg 6, the right number. There we go. A wrong lake. Right, reed. Really don't know much about this because, let me just get that, that's a bit mucky. They don't put open matches on here. They do have matches, but it's just don't get put in enough. So I don't really know that much about it. I know there's some decent carping because I've caught them in the corner peg, which is over there. This peg produced a few, and that one produced a few, but around here, apart from, you can't see because that bush is in my way, look. Apart from that end peg there, oh, we've got Mark Rogers, where's it, Tom Bennett, Ryan Lake, all over there. Oh, they all love me, see. So, apart from end peg, that did okay last time. There were a lot of mugging going off, but not seen any fish today. I don't know what to expect. If somebody said, I've drawn peg 6, what do you think? I'd just say, no chance, you can't win it from there. That's just a matter of, that's just how it is. So, there's a section to be won here, and I'm still not in the best area on the lake anyway, but I just want to get a good day's fishing in. I don't really know what to expect from round here. I know when Stu Fotheringham drew round here, he struggled like crazy till end and ended up getting some near that aerator in the end on the method, but I just really don't know how I could put it. I'm not holding my breath, put it that way, but what I've done is I'm approaching it quite positive, and the way I'm going to go about it is I've gone 6 metres on the slope down here. So 6 metres just on the slope down there, and it starts to go a bit deeper, then levels off, and I've gone 11 metres out there, and I'm going to feed it quite heavy, and it is quite deep. It's about 7 foot or so out there, and it's about 6 foot down here. So I'm going to go down sort of ground bait and maggot down here and feed and fish corn or dendra or something over the top as if I were fishing in a margin. I'm going to fire pellets out towards the middle there, and I'm going to fish a method and bomb over that. And I've got a lovely margin down here, and I'm going to put plenty of bait down there, just to, aggressively, more than I probably normally would. I've got loads of pellets down here to feed, and I'm going to put plenty of bait down there and see if we can get something to turn up. I don't really know what to expect. I don't know what size, whether they've kept a load of the big fish in here or whether they've netted it and put some into the others. I just don't know. So I'm not messing about. There's a carp just top there, smallish one, in the middle where I'm going to fire pellets. So I just don't know what to expect. I'm going to go quite positive. I've not gone light on the line. If I hook into something, I want it out. The wind's going to get up, so I've got an 0.16, 4x16s for my 11 metre and a 4x14 short, and I've got a 0.6 gram for down here in the, sorry, 0.5 gram for the margin down here. So everything's positive. Whether there's fish around here, I just can't tell you, don't know. So baits wise, it's pellets, so 6 mils, 8 mils, dead reds, I've got some more. Micro strep there, they've gone. I did do the yellow ones, but I've just added some additive from bag and match baits, and it's just made it go a little bit, made them all go a little bit brown actually, but I'm sure that once it dries out a little bit, but it's just getting nice, look there. And then obviously we've got the sprays, and I've got my worms in there that I'm going to hook, and that's it. Feed it positive, let's see what it brings. I fancied doing that on a bad peg on moat for them big skimmers. I don't even know if there's big skimmers in here or not, so let's just see how we go, see how we get on. I think to win this lake, I think you're going to need over £100. Whether I can get it from here, looking at past results from what I remember, it seems a little bit impossible, but you never know. Right, see you guys during, oh by the way, Nick Speed on peg 6, he must be absolutely living the dream. Good luck, Speedy. Testing. No bites yet. Well, I've not filmed much at all. It's been just bits I've had. Small carp, about 8 or 9 small carp, a few skimmers, a few perch.
I've nothing up method to start with. I kept finding pellets out there. Been feeding me margins. Now this is first half decent fish I've hooked into today. And 1 or 2 being caught. I think Ryan over there's had a 15 pounder. I don't think there's a great deal being caught on here. So I've primed the margins, been putting pellets in most of the day, and I've just set it up for hopefully a few margin fish down to the next pallet. And I have, like I say, I've been catching carp, but only small ones, like sort of 6 to 10 ounce. Oh yeah, bloody thing. Catch you this time. I can't believe it's taken this long to get a bite of a decent carp, and it's only about 3.5 pounds. Well, better than nothing. You never know. Well, I do. Well, my other net's blown across. There we go. I can't quite get that one all the way in. Wind's been right to left. I'll just get a few more pellets out there. And it's been a bit of a nightmare to get them accurate with how strongly it's been gusting, so it's left and right. It's been weird. And they've all gone at the same spot. Nice one. But I've been pulling it back the same, and then wind had changed direction, blow straight in your face, and they go short. So you pull it a bit more, and it'll change again, and then they go along. It's just been, it's like been in my face, left, right to left, and then odd gust towards the other bank. It's been laughable, to be fair. I've been laughing at myself. I always laugh at myself anyway. So we're 3 hours in, and I've probably only got about £6. Even though I've got a few fish, just not very big. I just hope. And casting's off with this tree. Just hope we get a few more. It was just nice to see that tip go around positive. I just knew straight away it were a better fish. But I suppose float's been going under. And I've actually fed it quite really positive, to be fair. I was just hoping that if you're fishing for silvers and you're putting them balls of ground bait in, you get plagued with carp. But I've got plagued, well, not plagued even with smaller carp, but I'm hoping that a load of carp would turn up over the ground bait and dead reds, and I've fed quite a lot as well. I'm hoping they'll come in and start hoovering everything up like they normally do when you're fishing for silvers and you've got 011 on. But it ain't happened. So there we go. 6 minutes. I was just having a cup of coffee because I thought, right, back on method, let's have a cup of coffee. And then it's gone round. Nice one. Coffee break. I didn't even finish my Kit Kat. Chunky Kit Kat. Yes, loads of chocolate on. Right. Hopefully see you on next 20 or 30 carp. Yeah, we're into another one. And this one does feel a little bit bigger. I've had a skimmer as well. £2. This one definitely feels better, and that come after like 4 minutes. Have we just turned up on them pellets? I don't know. It's jerking quite a bit, this. Nice column, a decent size. That'd be about £6 or £7. Gotcha. Put them in that one. Easy to put in. A nice one. I was hoping for quite a few of those today, but just not happened. Maybe, and I nearly did it. Maybe fishing on the deck with pellets and catapulting round might have been the way, I don't know. Like I say, I've not fished it enough. I was hoping to get a mixture of like carp and skinners and all sorts of stuff mixed in, plenty of bites coming, but it's just not worked out like that. But it's there for future. Give it another go next time with just pellets. But nobody's breaking any pots. I think Mark Roger has probably got about the most I've seen so far. And he's persisted on pellet waggler, which he's done well there because this wind's horrible for it. I just thought I'd show you, these are the carp that I've been catching on the short line. And they're definitely stockies. Not very big, are they? Not going to win anything with them. And I'm sure if I'd have fished like a small pellet or casters or something like that, I could have had quite a lot of these. But you're not going to win out with them. But I suppose, I know what you're thinking, I suppose I could have caught a lot more fish and maybe had a lot busier a day if I'd have gone lighter, but I was hoping some decent carp had come along and it's just not happened. So I just thought I'd show you that one. I'm going in the there's an hour and 20 minutes left. I'm going in the margins in the next 5 or 10 minutes. See if anything's turned up there. I've noticed one or two people started going in margin. I've not seen anything caught from the margin yet. Ryan's had another one short opposite. Double dendra. I'm just hoping I get a mixture of all sorts on this. But I was actually hoping I'd get some nice carps. Where's all that lot just come from? Bloody hell. Look at it all. Let's see how long it takes to get a bite. So we can get another one. Making sure it's not twisted around the hook. Yeah, look at that lot. I know where that's heading. That's going to go straight in my margin. Nailed on. That's just about settled. I've not fed anything because I've potted it about 10 minutes ago. Not really needing it. Ooh, missed a bite there. It is quite deep, so I've been potting it down with like a ball, a ground bait and some maggots and a bit of chopworm, not a lot. hoping, see there's silverfish bites, and I was hoping I'd get some of them greedy carp coming along, but they just ain't. Yeah, that could be foul hooked. I think that's foul hooked. And that is going straight in my margins. Yeah, foul hooked that. So the greedy carp have come along and I foul hooked it. Bloody hell. Look at that lot. Go away from my margin, will you? Yeah, can you believe it? Right. Give it another go. That's what I was hoping was going to happen quite often during the day. Not foul hook, you know, hook into some big carp like that. Nope. The float's bent. Something's happened there. Oh, that ground bait. Look at that for a perch. A mighty perch. Beauty. Look at him. Not what I wanted, but I like a nice stripey. You can't beat him, can you? Look at that. Belter. But I want stuff like 10 times bigger than that. I don't want to sound greedy, but I just do. Let's get back. Well, absolutely nothing in the margin. I can't believe it. I'm feeding it. Fed it well down there. I thought something's got to come in it, and I've gone back out having the pellets out there, and it's gone round after a minute. Not really caught out. I don't know, I might have a dozen carp, but I've only got 2 decent ones on this one, so I don't know. I think I need to fish this a few times just to get my head around it, this lake. I have had a very good day on here down in the corner, but somebody's foul hooked and Maxine's foul hooked and it's a big one and all. Yeah, go on girl. Nice to see it lasses fishing instead of cooking. Come on. Mark Rogers has gone home, Ryan Bennett's gone home. They've had enough. I can't believe nothing's come out at margins. I haven't seen anybody catching margins, apart from me. And it was a perch. Yeah. I didn't think it was going to be that big, this, when I hooked it. I think it's a decent fish. And I couldn't get a bite on this at all for the first hour. I didn't have a sign. Well, they must have got theirs down at some point. Whoa. Come on then, son. Yeah, a decent lump. He's a decent fish. Come on, son. Come on. Come on. We think Ryan opposite the other Ryan, Laycock. I think he's got about £40. The guy to my left's got about £30, he thinks. This will probably take me to about 25. I'll tell you what, he's putting a bloody good scrap up. Take my hat off to you, sir. Take my hat off to you. He's not ready neither. He's giving it some. He's a nice lump. He's a beauty. Yeah, a bit of good. Another £6 or £7 there. I like them. So I don't think I'm going to bother weighing in. I'm not going to have won anything. It's been a lovely day out. It's my first day fishing for a week because I slipped at Southfield and landed on my box leg into the ribs. How is he? I couldn't speak for about 10 minutes. Absolutely nailed me. And it's my first day out. So I'm glad to be out. Ice pack on ribs all week. What a wuss. Not though, because it was bloody painful. Whew. Nobody likes that, do they? Right, get this back out. We'll see if we can get another one. Lovely. It's been a lovely day. Just a bit disappointed I'd drawn myself straight out of the match. We all knew it. Andy May drew a lovely peg. He's drawn peg 9 on moat, which that's a contender, that. He's definitely got a chance there. Nick Speed on 6, definite chance. My money would be on him, but last couple of matches it's not really done anything. 70, 80 pounds has been coming off it last couple of matches. So we'll see who's actually won that. Right, we'll get some pellets out there. 20 minutes left. It'd be nice to get a couple more out, wouldn't it? Just to finish the day off. I've packed the rest of my gear away. I'm not bothering down margins and stuff. It's just nothing showing whatsoever, and it's not going to make any difference anyway. So I've had to resign myself to having a nice day out. Right, over and out. Oh, there's some fishies there, little liners. Let's just hope it goes round. Is it gonna go? No. Massive line, it nearly dragged it off rest, so I had to reel it back in. Gone back out, in 1 minute it's gone round. Unreal. Not had any fish all day. It's feeding time. Straight over them pellets. I see you coming nicely, didn't you? Same size fish and come in a doddle. Brilliant. Bottom lip. Beautiful. Well, we'll give that another go. We will. Nice one. If I hadn't been watching my rod, I would have lost my rod. That absolutely just smashed round like you wouldn't believe, like it's never fed before. Oh my goodness me, what a bite that was. It's great when that happens. No striking, just pick it up because it's on. It will literally bend. Absolutely unbelievably double. I don't think it's massive, I just think it's not very happy. You know, monk on. Just because it's got a hook in its mouth. It's about as happy as I was when I did my ribs. I don't think it's biggest, but what a bite, that was just ridiculous. I don't think rod could have bent anymore. wish Rod had been doing that all day. I really enjoyed it. Get in. It's amazing, isn't it? I start out and the rod has just never stopped going round. It's crackers. Okay, I know you're not very happy. I'll get you off. Nice. One at fishing me left on this. Frightened me to death. He tried jumping out. God. I nearly fell in. Made me jump that much. And just for those of you that are interested, pink wafter is working a treat, but is it just because they've decided to start feeding? I don't know, but pink wafter's definitely been the best. Just gone balmy on it since I've changed to it. You change all the time. I've just decided to go to a pink one. I've had orange on. Orange has done really well here. Yellow has. White has. But pink out of those is definitely the best today. I've had 4 fish in like 15 minutes. That'd have been a nice day, wouldn't it? Been like that all day. Right, let that sink. And that'll be it, I think, folks. I think that's me for the day. There's 5 minutes left, so I don't know. I might actually weigh these in. 30 odd pound I've got, I think, if I'm lucky. See if we can get another one, eh? Right then, I'll decide whether I'm going to weigh in. You'll find out at the end if I've weighed in or not. We shall see, but I think it's time. That was a massive liner. It went once and then went twice. That was a massive liner. I thought that were going to go around again, then it looked like a bite. But we'll see you guys either in the van or the weighing on this side. We are all weighed in, and I did weigh in. I decided, I thought, no, you might as well weigh in. Because I thought it had fished quite hard, and you know, I had a few fish at end. It's a shame. I went, well, those fish I've caught at the end in the last sort of 25 minutes. It's a shame I didn't have 25 minutes every hour like that. It wouldn't have been a bad day. So, the plan, what was I going to do? I know a lot of you say, oh, defeated before he gets to his peg. Some of you would say that because you like to say that. But what I will say is, reed, you're not going to compete with mixed speeds peg. 100%. Peg 6. You can't compete with that. You can't compete with the M pegs at bridge. In all the years I've been going to Halcroft, I've never known Reed win anything. I might be wrong, but not when all the lakes are in. I've not known Reed win anything. So I drew peg 6. Nice number, but it was the wrong lake. I didn't fancy the area I was in. The wind were blowing from right to left. I would have fancied in the corner where I drew a couple of years ago and had 120 pound or so. So I just thought, it's a nice day, let's get stuck in, let's just see what we can catch. I fished it a little bit different, and my theory behind it was, if I can catch skimmers, roach,
and carp come along mopping all the maggots and ground bait and micros and bits and bobs up. You might end up with a sort of a 50, 60, 70 pound day. In my head I thought the corner peg would have £100 or so, which would win the lake. And it's been a funny old day. It really has been a funny. I was getting bites. I've had a few fish. I didn't record them all because they're only small fish. I've ended up with like 18 carp, some skimmers and some perch and some roach and an hybrid. And I was fishing double dendra. Well, it wasn't. It was a full dendra chopped in half. So it looked like double dendra going down. And I was hoping, like it always happens when you go silver fishing, but I'm in the summer, I'm thinking they're going to come to this bait. I'm feeding ground bait, dead reds, bit of chop worm, a few micros in, and the carp are going to muscle in, and I'm going to get a few. And it never happened. The only carp I got muscling in were between 6 and 10 ounce. So they've obviously stocked them in there to grow, and I'm sure they'll be taking some out and put them in the other lakes later. So I've had bites, and I've had quite a few fish, but not a great deal of weight. The margin, oh, what a lovely margin to my left net on that platform. Lovely. Come to fact, it was like a bit of rubble on the bottom. It was just ace. I thought, I am going to get some fish out of there. I just thought, in my head I thought there's 20, 30, 40 pound, 50 pound, 60 pound. I just don't know that lake enough. I had one bite and one nice perch, which I think you saw. So disappointed with that. And I never saw anybody else catching it margin. In fact, towards the end, the last 45 minutes, they all went back out on the short line. But I've persisted finding pellets at sort of almost halfway, not quite halfway. In fact, I come a little bit towards me to try and get the pellets a little bit more accurate. And as you saw, I've had a little mark on the get that? I've had a little run of fish at the end, which has bumped my weight up a little bit. So I thought, no, the scalesmen are here, I'll weigh in. And I've weighed 36.5 pounds. Was it 36 and a half or 37 and a half? I can't remember. And when I emptied the nets out, I thought, oh, I've had a few fish there. No, well done, Nosh. So he says, yeah, you're winning section at the minute. And then I've seen the guys at the end when the final weighings come in. I think it's Ryan Laycott that won our section and our lake with £39. Well, you saw that one I lost, albeit it was foul looked. But, you know, you're just thinking, oh, so close to winning lake. So I've not disgraced myself at all. I know it's Fishomania. It's actually worked out all right. You know, I've ended up not doing too bad on that lake on that particular day because it's fished rock hard. A few people packed up because it was just so difficult, and we were never ever going to compete with either Bridgecroft or Moat that day anyway. So I know some of you like to say, no, defeat before he gets it. You just know that lake's not going to compete with the others. I don't think. I'm sure at some point it might do because there's plenty of fishing, but we all found it quite difficult to catch them. But what I will say is it was a lovely day. The weather was nice. We'd got quite a little bit of room. I've tried a few different things just to cancel out of me a little curiosity about what I had in my mind. It might have worked better on the other lakes, I don't know. But what I will say is I've had plenty of bites. I've had quite a few fish. Not a lot of weight. And I've still enjoyed it. I would have enjoyed it more if I'd have been catching like I did that last 40 minutes for the whole match. It would have been brilliant. But what I think I mentioned, I'm not sure if I mentioned it on this video, but I mentioned Nick Speed was on peg 6 on Croft. Now when you draw peg 6 on Croft, I'm sure there's some pressure on straight away. It's like drawing 124 at Barston. that peg will have suited him. It's basically, from what I've seen people do in the past, it's method and pellets, maybe a shallow line if you want to do on a margin. He's ended up doing method and margin, and talking to him afterwards, they just weren't having it shallow again. But he's ended up with 286 pounds. Now I've not checked the results, but I'm pretty sure that will have won the match. Peg 6 Halcroft on Croft with Nick Speed on it. That's going to take some beating. So even if he hasn't qualified, I'm pretty sure he will have done that. I've not checked my phone. Well done, Nick. Just shot a 300 pounder fish. Crazy. And I actually went to watch him weigh in, and there was a young lad there. It was great, and I think his dad said, can we have a look? And he was great with Nick. This is what I like about Nick. He says, yeah, sure. Showed the young lad had 12 years old, and he was like, wow, all those big fish. And we take it for granted. We do take it for granted. That young man's probably never seen that many fish, and that were only a fifth of his weighing. So well done, Nick. That was good, and I like the gesture there. That was great. Had a little bit of time for a young man, big competition. Took a few seconds out to sort of say, yeah, of course you can have a look. And it was brilliant, so well done. So there we go. So you saw my match. The lines I've picked, they didn't quite take off like I wanted them. Oh, what was that? Like I wanted them. Few fish turned up on my pellets, method over the top. And I've still enjoyed it. Even though it's been difficult, still enjoyed it. Love the atmosphere of the Fishomania and everything. So, and I hope you guys have also enjoyed this. Didn't record the first couple of hours. I'm not going to keep putting the camera on for little tiddlers. Caught a few fish at the end. So there you go. So that's another Fishomania over for me. Pretty much had no chance as soon as I draw that peg. I think my last one is at Lindome. F1 fishing. Not my strength, but we'll do my best. You can only do your best. So it's what's next for me. I've got that one in a couple of weeks. I have got a feeder masters at Carmel Dam, and that is on Sunday. Bit of skimmer fishing, so we'll see how we get on there. That can be absolutely rock hard. Just hope we draw a nice peg. Again, where the fish are going to come from, no idea. Let's just hope there's some in front of me when I pull the peg number out. So that's the end of that. One more Fishomania to go for Nosh. Hope you've enjoyed it. Halcroft Fishery. If ever you go pleasure fishing, I've mentioned it before, sit yourselves on peg 6 or peg 2 or peg 9. You will catch lots of carps. You can't beat them pegs. They're fantastic. In fact, pretty much any end peg on Halcroft, you'll always catch a few fish. So there we go, folks. That's me done and dusted. Hope you've enjoyed it. I shall see you on the bank at Carmel Dam on Sunday. Don't forget, it is absolutely free to subscribe to this channel. If you click that notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. So until next time, folks, take care, and don't forget to fish on.